Namaste, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well today and happy Easter. So, if you're out hunting Easter eggs, it's a very rainy day today here, but I hope that you are able to enjoy a much less rainy existence wherever you are in the world. Thank you again for joining me. This is a session today with just a bit of a guided meditation um, to really enjoy and feel and thank our bodies for handling whatever stresses that we have been dealing with as a result of staying indoors during COVID-19 and self isolating in the lockdown. I can't stress more to everyone that I'm very grateful that you're here with me, either watching it live or you are watching it later on, or you're going to my website and listening to whatever meditations, doing a little bit of stretching. So thank you so much. Do please remember to share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's going to help me and encourage me to continue doing these. I do know that there is a little bit of an issue with the sound quality, so we are working on that. Um, so thank you, everybody. And now what I'd like to ask everyone is please take a moment to make yourself absolutely comfortable, whether it's on a chair or a couch. You can actually, for this meditation, lie down on your back in Shavasana with your palms facing up. Um, if you are joining in with a friend or a family member, someone that you live with, just make sure that you're sitting comfortably close to each other. And if you want a keener connection with them, you can sit back to back so that you can actually feel each other's breath and feel each other's back. And since you live together, there you don't need to do the social distancing. Since you all live together. So let me just give you a few seconds to make your final adjustments of either lying down in Shavasana or just being very comfortable in whatever moment or way that you will feel comfortable. While you get comfortable, do feel free to drop me a couple of comments. Always, I'm open to them. I'd love to hear from you and your thoughts. So once you're absolutely comfortable and you've made any final adjustments, bring your awareness to your entire body. And then what I'd like you to do is bring your awareness to your breath. So here, what you want to do is visualize the breath as a healing breath. Give it a color. We've been working on those colorful breaths for the last few sessions. It can be a golden breath. It can be a breath which is very colorful. It can have texture. It can be whatever you would like it to be, simply because it is your breath and it is what will make you feel comfortable. Once you have given your breath a color, take a few seconds to visualize that breath going throughout your body, engulfing the internal organs, And now I'd like to take a second to thank our breath, for it allows us to exist. It allows us to be aware of the present moment so that we can enjoy and live fully to our greatest potential. Bringing the awareness now to the head, thanking the head for housing the brain, which allows us to be creative or logical, whichever bent of mind. Not just housing, but also protecting the mind. And then take a second to thank your eyes. So if your eyes are open, you can close them if they're closed. Bring your awareness to those eyes and notice exactly where your eyes are placed while they're closed. What are they focused on? And as obvious as it might be, without our eyes, we wouldn't really be able to see what we're doing, right? So it's very important to thank them. And then bring your awareness to your ears. Thanking them not just for the ability to allow us to hear, but also the ability to allow us to listen to some fantastic music, to be able to communicate with each other, to be able to hear that communication. And of course, during this meditation, if you hear any weird noises from my end, be thankful. And then take a moment to thank your nose for being able to smell the delicious food that we prepare, to be able to smell the ground when it first rains, the smell of the earth that gives us so much. And then bring your awareness to your mouth and your jaw, relaxing the jaw if there's any tension or tightness, or if you feel that it's clenched. And then we'll take a moment to thank our mouth for allowing us to be able to eat food, taste food, chew food, for being such an integral part of our existence, without which we would not be sitting over here. And then we take a moment to thank our tongue for being able to taste, but also being able to allow us to communicate, to talk. And then thank your throat for being able to swallow food, sending it down into the stomach. Being very aware that each part of our body is an integral part that allows us to function and also can determine the quality of our life. Just being thankful that while we're sitting at home and there's not a whole lot of things that we can do, that this is the time for us to reconnect with ourselves, to reconnect with our thoughts, to reconnect with our bodies. And then bring the awareness down to the shoulders, thanking the shoulders for housing our arms. And then the awareness to the arms that allow us to lift our loved ones, allow us to hold on when we need to hold on, to let go when we need to let go, to be able to carry heavy objects or just objects, doesn't have to be heavy. And then bring the awareness to the hands and the fingers, thanking them for being able to feel the earth, for allowing us to transfer the food from our plate to our mouth, for allowing us to even feel mud and the earth below us. Then bring the awareness to the chest, thanking the chest for housing our heart and our lungs, but also for protecting them, for keeping them safe. And then bring the awareness down to the stomach, thanking the stomach for digesting the food. And each internal organ that you can mentally think of, take a second to thank them. I do this usually in the yoga poses that we do in twists. But for now, just thank the intestines, thank the liver, thank the pancreas, Thank the gallbladder. Thank the kidneys. And any other internal organs that I have not mentioned. Take a few seconds to just thank each one. Visualizing that healing energy, healing breath. Wrapping them. Then take a moment to bring your awareness down to the hips. Thanking the hips for connecting the trunk of our body and our legs. Then we'll take a few seconds to bring our awareness down to the legs. Thanking them. For allowing or giving us the ability to walk, to get places, to move, to dance. And then bring the awareness to the feet and the toes. Thanking our feet for allowing us to be able to stand. And thanking our toes for being able to allow us to feel the sand between them, or the mud, or the pavement, or the grass that grows beneath our feet. For those of us who've ever been injured or hurt any one part of our body, we know that just that functioning or that ability is always so hampered. And so without a uniformly functioning body, life can be very difficult. And so that I know that we're all cooped up indoors and we all might be feeling frustrated because we're not able to use our legs, we're not able to climb trees, we're not able to maybe go out and sit on the beach with this lovely weather. And that's okay. This will pass. We'll be able to do all these activities again with hopefully a greater sense of gratitude. Then we'll take a few seconds to thank the entire body as a whole. Being aware of any sensations, whether you can feel sensations at the crown of your head, forehead, fingertips, or even your legs. Just make a note of the sensation. Is it a tingling, numbing, whatever, and just observe, because that too will pass. Try not to get attached to that sensation if it's a good sensation. And if it's a bad sensation that you don't like, that creates discomfort, just observe it. Try not to recoil from it. And now bringing your awareness to your fingertips, slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes if you're lying down. If you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, you can stretch your legs out, shake them a little bit. If you're sitting in a chair or a couch or a sofa, you can lift one leg up at a time, shake it a little bit. If you want, you can even stand and stretch. And then once again, making yourself comfortable. Take a seat. Keeping your eyes closed or just close them again. Notice what that little bit of movement did to the body. How did it affect it? And then you can ask yourself, what brought me here today? And if your answer is that you wanted to sit in stillness and enjoy that sense of nothing, nowhere to go, nothing to do, no deadlines, embrace that. Observe the state of mind that you're in now. Are you comfortable? Are you relaxed? Are you calm or calmer than when you first started out? Observe the quality of the breath. Is it a deep or a shallow breath? Is it long or short? Does the breath reside in your chest or your belly? Now notice where the mind has wandered off to. If it's wandered anywhere, observe where it may have wandered off to. Observing perhaps whether the thoughts are in the future for what you have to do next, or maybe your thoughts went back into the past for some event that's already happened. Try not to go into those zones, not by forcing the mind, but by gently bringing the awareness back to the breath after we accept that the mind will travel into these zones. Now we arise from our meditation by gently rubbing the palms together, making them nice and warm, and then cupping them over our eyes. and then namaste. So, if you have any questions, do please type them out, send me a direct message. I hope you've enjoyed today's meditation. And I will see everybody next week, Saturday and Sunday, for live stream via Facebook. Do make sure that you have an awesome week. Do visit my YouTube channel to check out the old videos if you still need to do some stretching during the days to come. And again, I'd love to hear from you. So don't forget to drop me a message. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining me. See you next